Hey y'all, what's going on? It's Jesse Bose from the 19th hole, and we're going to do our pro playthrough here for you all today. This is the Tropic Kings tournament, and we're going to play holes 1 through 9, hopefully give you all a few tips on how to play your hole, what clubs to use, what balls to use, and also any kind of elevation change that you may have questions about during your round. This is tournament wins, and hopefully this playthrough can help you with your, your pro qualification or even, opening and weekend round. So here we'll go ahead and get started on hole number 1. We're going to play in hole number 1 with the rock, actually. You can play it with the extra mile. You can play it with the quarterback as well. We're also going to be playing this one with our sniper for our second shot. And we're going to play with a katana ball. You could use a Titan ball or even a Kingmaker if you so choose. But we're going to play it with the katana, which is a power 2 ball. And hopefully that'll be a good combination for us to use on this hole. So I'm going to try to limit it down to mostly my shots. If I am talking still, may catch parts and bits and pieces of my opponent's shots as well. And hopefully we can find opponents here. There we go. And we'll see who's first. Gonna play max right spin and 1 top spin for this first shot. Alright, so what we got here, let's see. If you have higher level clubs, there's definitely a possibility to play your shot onto the island over here. But I think the good safe play is going to be to the left side here. As we said, max right spin, 1 top spin. And you see the nice ball guide here on this rock here. It pretty much shows you exactly where it's going to go. So that's always nice. We'll play 6.5 rings of adjustment for the shot. And we'll go with a tiny little bit of right curl. Not too much though. It's left to right wind, so you really don't need a lot of curl for the shot. And that'll put us up there nicely on the fairway for our second shot towards the green. Alright, so we got our second shot here with our sniper. Play a plus 10% adjustment for this shot. Max range. As you see, we have, go with 3 backspin and 4 right spin for the shot here. Play it right about in there. So we're going to pull our shot up and then back 5, 6, 7, 8. Hit it perfect. See how this one comes in. A little bit hot, but not too bad of a shot. We definitely could have pulled it back a lot farther than what we pulled it back. It is one of those shots, though, that you want to just kind of really give it a go at the hole. I think playing it from that angle with the sniper, it takes the sand bunker out of play pretty much, so you can give it a pretty good attempt at the eagle shot for sure. I think we needn't adjust it enough. I think we should have just gone ahead and played the shot aiming towards the hole at max and not really worried about trying to push it forward and then pull it back. But, definitely a learning experience the first time through the course. But I do think that those spins were probably still enough and a good way to approach this hole. Alright, see you all on hole number 2. Alright, so we got hole number 2 here. This is a par 3. Plus 10% for our elevation adjustment. And, this is a hole where you're going to play with a driver that has a lot of backspin. I'm going to play it with my Thor. You could play it with a rocket, though, as well. As you can see, the rocket. But I'm going to be playing it with the Thor. Full backspin is the way we're going to play this shot. 2 left spin. And play the shot just like this, right off about the middle of that island. And we'll play a 3.1, about mid-range. Great to the left. And this is going to be one of those holes where really, I think, just taking the birdie is going to be your main concern. I think to a somewhat degree, we can work on dialing that shot in. I can see now that I don't need that full amount of backspin that I use on the Thor, for sure. And it's stuff like that, as you're playing your round, that you kind of have to pay attention to. You start out with one certain adjustment, and then you can kind of see, the results of that adjustment, and then from there you can make changes. So I'm able to see from that I can make changes to my backspin. I don't need quite as much backspin. I definitely see we need to adjust farther to the right of the hole to compensate for this strong, right to left headwind. So there's all kinds of things that you can pick up on a shot like that. You really just want to take a good base shot, and then from that base shot you want to learn how to make adjustments to better your chances at the ace. So for what may look like a pretty bad miss on the drive, and just be sitting here as a birdie putt, is actually, to me, a lot better, because I learned several different things on that shot that may not have known, beforehand. But that's just kind of how the game works. You have to make one shot, and then based on the results of that shot, you have to learn how to make adjustments off that shot. So, all right, we'll see you all on hole number 3 in just a moment. All right, y'all, we got hole number 3 here next. This is a par 5, and we're going to play this one with the katana ball. I'm going to use an extra mile as well for this hole. We have an extra mile 6 here on this account. Play a plus 10% adjustment for the wind on this shot, and it's about 4.5 topspin, max right spin for the shot. All right, so let's see what we have here. Max right spin, max top spin, and we're going to aim our shot here. I like to put my orange ring right there at the edge of the rough, pretty much. Maybe a little bit cutting into the rough. No, we're going to play with the edge of the rough there. 5.9 rings is going to give us 2.7 for our adjustment. And then we are going to use as much right curl as we have as well on this shot. We do hit a great right, but I believe this shot is great proof to the right, which it is. That's why we play the orange ring where we play it. And that's going to put us way up there and in a good position for our shot with our sniper, possible albatross. But as I was saying, I play that orange ring right there at the rough line because that gives me the possibility, that gives me the chance to hit great right and still be okay. I call that a great proofed shot. And, that's something that I've always talked about during my videos, is great proofing your shots. And playing this hole with the extra mile, it's definitely a great way to do that for yourself as well. Make sure that you do use that curl, because that curl is also a pretty key ingredient in great proofing your shot. Even if you hit a great left as well, you should still be okay. So, all right, see you on the next shot. All right, so we got a second shot here, playing this one also with plus 10%, and we're playing it with a sniper. Let's see, we got min here, max, min. We'll play about mid here. 4 backspin. I go with more backspin than 4 here. Let's try this right here. 7 rings is our adjustment here, which is basically a mid-range adjustment. And let's see what this one does. We did offset a little bit to the left and short. Not too bad. We needed to offset a little bit farther to the left from what we did. So, instead of having that ball guide ending just under the hole, we were about 1 square under the hole with that ball guide. We need to actually adjust that ball guide a little bit farther left. So we want that ball guide to end about 1 square left and under the hole instead of just under the hole. So we'll try that for next time. But definitely a shot right there that's definitely dial-inable, and hopefully we can get that one in for the albatross. So not a bad first start here for hole number 4 or hole number 3 in the pro. Let's catch you on the next hole. Alright, we got hole 4 here, par 3. We're playing this one with a Guardian and Navigator ball. Play plus 10% for the elevation change as well. And we're playing this one with a max backspin shot, going pretty much right at the hole. We will be aiming off to the left and a little bit past the hole for a compressed guideline as well, because of the strong headwind. You could definitely play this one with a sniper if you have a high enough level sniper with the backspin for sure. But definitely want you to keep in mind the compressed ball guide on this hole. With a headwind, your ball guideline is going to definitely be compressed by it, and you definitely want to adjust yourself past the hole to compensate for that compressed ball guide. So let's see if my opponent did adjust enough for his shot, and then we will give our shot a try and see how we can play. And he did not. Not a bad shot. Just need to aim a little bit farther past the hole, and he has a really good shot at getting that one to fall for an ace. So let's see, max backspin here, and looking at that second line, we're going to go past the hole. Right there on that edge, we're going to play that shot. And we'll play this one, I didn't even look at the measurements here. Play this one at mid. So 4.85 rings. Let's see what it does. Perfect hit. Line looks pretty good. Oh, just a little bit farther. We need to aim that one just a little bit farther past the hole. So I'm thinking 2 squares past the hole, but I really do like that line. Basically right there along that line between the dark and the light color squares, and that's about a half a square to the left. So that's what I like for this hole, and that's what I'm going to stick with. I'm going to try to dial that shot in a little bit better in the pro. So alright, we'll see you all on the next hole. Alright, we got hole number 5 here, par 5. Definitely not a hole where I would say, consider the albatross to be like 100% in play. But possibly, we could get a good roll and get the albatross. Hopefully we can find a way to do that. I'm going to play this one with the Thor. You can play it with the extra mile as well. That's perfectly fine. But I'm going to play it with the Thor. Our land zone is going to be somewhere in here. 7.5 wind is going to give us about 4.7 rings of adjustment for this shot. So just under 5 rings. And we're going to play with a little bit of curl to the left. Not a whole lot, because we don't want to over curl the shot into the rough here. But we do want to try to get up this fairway as best as we can. And hopefully we didn't go too far to the right here. Then we won't be in line with these trees. Alright, we'll be fine right there. For our second shot, we will be using the hammerhead. It's a hammerhead level 3. I like to use the hammerhead for the ball guide and the accuracy. If you do feel like you want to take a club to make sure you get to the green in 2, no problem. The big dog would definitely be the way to go. But if you have at least a 170-yard sniper, which would be like level 9 at least, then the level 9 sniper would definitely be the way to go on this hole. You could also use a higher level Guardian club as well to play this hole. But you definitely want to make sure that you do bring a club with at least 170 yards of distance, I would say. Alright, so let's see what we have here. 5.2 wind. As you see, the trees show like they're in the way. We're going to go with max right spin and 1 top spin here for this shot. So 4.3. We're just going to play it like it is right there. Put a little bit of curl on the shot. Hit it great to the right. That shouldn't be any kind of a problem. And we roll down there nicely. If we hit this one perfect, we would have been all over the flagstick right there. Definitely not the complete ball guide like you have with the sniper. And that right there is the advantage of using the sniper. But, you know, the difference for the Hammerhead 3 and the Sniper 8 is, you know, is that extra 5 yards of distance, which, you know, definitely with that tailwind, you know, I think you could still use the sniper, but you would need to aim into overpower and then adjust your shot back for the wind when you do adjust your shot back for the wind. If you have a 170, you know, yard club, then you can just adjust your shot from maximum distance, which is, you know, a nice thing to be able to do. But, you know, if you want to take care of your distance, not worry about it, then just bring the big dog and, you know, make sure to get the eagle on this hole. But, you know, if you have a chance to maybe figure out a way to get this albatross or give yourself a chance at this albatross, it's definitely worth the attempt, I would say. Okay, we'll catch you on the next hole. Alright, we got hole 6 here, par 4, without doubt, probably the toughest hole on the course, and the hole that you want to make sure you get the eagle on. Hopefully we can show you how to do that here today. We'll be playing with a max backspin and max right spin, and about a half a ball of curl. We will be playing with my extra mile, and you want a plus 10%, you know, difference for your elevation. So you will add plus 10% onto your wind for this shot. And I think we're gonna have to play this shot with a little bit of overpower. Not 100% sure yet. I have not really seen this shot played a whole lot. I just watched it play with the APOC 2, which is, you know, he should have been able to make that shot. But we'll see what we have for our wind. I think we're going to have to aim into overpower and then make an adjustment. So we got 3 rings is what we have. So max back, max right. Let's see what we have here. We want to aim it right about in here. We do have an extended ball guide. We have to remember that. So 3 rings. We do have to use full curl. We hit it great to the right. Hopefully it doesn't cost us into the rough here. I think it's going to cost us into the rough. If we had hit that ball perfect, I think we would have been pretty good on that shot. I felt like we had a good angle on that hole, and we just lacked the perfect. I think a perfect ball or a great left is still okay on that shot right there with that left to right tailwind. So, you know, we didn't get it this time. Hopefully we can get it another time. But still, you know, the backbone, the skeleton, you know, for that shot right there is definitely there for that video for you all to be able to see, and hopefully be able to make it work for you all. The key is hitting that perfect or even that great left, I think will work for that shot. But it's definitely not a tough shot to make. You do want to make sure you use that full curl and just a little tiny bit of top of overpower for the shot. That's definitely the way that I would play this hole. Let's see what this chip looks like here. Play a little bit offset here. Yeah, great left. Come in just left of the hole. Yep. Okay, well hopefully we'll get this the next time we play it, and hopefully you all get it as well. See you all in the next hole. Alright, we got hole 7 here, par 3. I'll be playing this one with a sniper, level 8. I think it has the backspin needed to play the shot. We'll play this one with a plus 10% for our downhill. And we'll probably play this one at a mid-range adjustment. So we'll probably just play this a 1-to-1. 1-to-1 here is basically mid plus 10%. So max back, max left spin. We'll play our ball guide. Second bounced right here. Right around the fringe, or just before the fringe. is where we're going to play it. And then we're going to play 1 to 1. So we got 5, 7.5. And then we're going to use a pretty good amount of curl here. And see how this one comes in. Oh, we almost got it right there. Just about got it. Next time I play that hole, I will play, that shot a little bit farther lined up to the right. So you'll see my second hop actually is going to be much farther off the green. So you'll see my ball guide kind of just barely onto the green with the way I'll play that one next time. But that's definitely the line right there. That curl amount is perfect. We just need to adjust that landing spot just a little bit farther back and to the right. More like in line with the one my opponent played right there. Would definitely be a little bit more of the landing spot that I want to use as well. So not a bad first attempt at this hole. Definitely a lot of good information to build off of here for for future tries. All right, catch you all on the next hole. All right, we got hole 8 here. This is a par 4. We're definitely going to be trying to play this shot down the left-hand side of the course, trying to set ourselves up for the Guardian rough bump. Not the Guardian, the Goliath rough bump. So I'm going to play this one with an extra mile and Titan ball, plus 10% for the drive. All right, so the way we're going to play this one here is max topspin and left spin. We do have to play this one into the wind, so we're going to have to play this one with I'll land a little bit farther back on this fairway. I'm going to point my ball guard right there at that rough line. Okay, and then from there we will make our adjustment here. So 2.5 rings, which is probably going to take us into a power just a little bit, which is okay. Nothing to worry about. And then we're going to go with just about a quarter ball of curl. And let's see what this one does. I think that curl amount will be enough. Yep. And that'll roll us up. And that'll put us in position nicely for our second shot with the Goliath. Alright, so for our second shot here, we're playing with our Goliath. 6.9 wind. Let's see what we got here. Probably min range. Yeah, min range for our Goliath. We're going to go 3 right spin and a little bit over 1 bar top spin for the shot. Probably 4 right spin. Ball guide right there in the hole. And then this will be a min range adjustment, so 2.3 rings. Hit it perfect. Let's see how this one comes in. And, oh, we just missed it. We just barely missed it. Definitely, that's going to be a super good chance right there for the eagle. And I would play it exactly that way. I don't think I would change anything. I'm going to guess that I was a little bit off on the adjustment. I went 2.3 rings. And did I play a 10%? I think I played a 10% on that shot. So if I did not play a 10% shot, I would have been about 2.1 rings for that shot. And yeah, 2.1 rings would have been in, because that ball missed just off the right edge of the hole. So don't play, I don't think I'd play a 10% on that shot. I think I'd just play it straight up and play it that way. Okay, good information. See you all on the next hole. All right, we got our last and final hole here, hole number 9, par 5. And I'm going to look at this one with the quarterback. And, for my second shot, I'll be using a big dog for sure. I'm going to play this one with a Titan ball. Let's see what kind of wind we have here. Oh, wow, it's pretty nice wind right here, actually. So we'll go max left, and we're going to go 3.5 topspin. I think I went 3 in my rookie video. So we're going to play with our red ring right up there on the rough line like this. And then we're going to play 6 back, so 5 and 6. And then we're going to use right curl. Hit great left, shouldn't matter on this shot. That should be okay. And 3.5 topspin, looks like it's going to be just about the perfect amount right there. Much more would have been flirting with the rough. So even if you wanted to dial that back to 3 bars of topspin and be a little bit safer, I would definitely not be against that for sure. But I do like that shot with the quarterback. The rock just don't have enough topspin, I don't believe, to be an option. And I think the quarterback is definitely a club that everybody should be using on that shot right there. So 3 to 3.5 bars of topspin, max left spin, and a good ball, ball and a half a curl off to the left on that shot to get yourself around those trees and put yourself in a good position for your second shot with the big dog. And we'll see that shot here in just a second. For the second shot, we'll be playing. We'll actually play a -5% for our second shot. We played a +10% for our first shot, but this next shot's a little bit uphill, so we will play a -5% for our next shot here. And let's kind of wind we have 5.8 tailwind. We want our shot to land right about in here. So we're going to go with 3 back spin and 2 left spin for the shot. And we will be 2.4 rings. And then we will need to curl the shot to the right. So we'll go like that, curling it around the tree with backspin and left spin. It's going to go up the hill and then roll back down towards the hole. Perfectly played hole right here, and that is the way to get the eagle in this hole. You did see how I went with a little bit of left spin to kind of counteract that right curl that I'm using. You do want to use the slope of that green to your benefit for your shot. If I had not used that left spin, my ball probably would have spinned off of the green. Probably would have still been on the fairway for an easy chip, but I would rather putt for an eagle over chip for an eagle any day of the week. And, that's definitely a great way to be able to end your round right there with an easy kick-in eagle putt. So thank you all for joining me for this pro playthrough. Not 100% flawless, but definitely a pro playthrough where you can learn from my mistakes and maybe build off of some of my shots. And that's the way I like it. I like to kind of teach you all how to play, but I also like for you all to kind of see how to make adjustments to be able to, take your game to the next level. So any kind of questions, definitely leave a question in the comment box, or you can send me a message on Facebook. If you haven't done so yet, check us out on Facebook at Golf Clash the 19th Hole, and be happy for you all to join our community if you are new to the channel. And all right, y'all have a good day. God bless.